Okay, here we go. Thursday, February 6th. We're right about 12:30. It's been a month ago or somewhere in there. The one mower's back in the old shed where it's put up for the rest of the winter. It's ready to go for mowing. The new mower's back there as well. Four-wheeler's been serviced. Little tractor has been serviced as well for spring. I might change the hydraulic filter, not sure. This tractor's been serviced. It's ready to go. I do got to clean the cab out of it, and it will get washed closer to spring, whatever. Planter, I'm basically almost done with it. Zyway people back. That's what I'm kind of really waiting on. It's been here longer than I wanted it to be. But it's going to be ready to go. I got to go home and get a toothbrush to clean my liquid screens. They're in there in the water right now. Get them all cleaned up, get them all installed. The big one as well, the big screen. And then they're ready to go back in, which now I'm fighting a water problem. I have no water in my shop right now. Pump might have took a crap on me, not sure exactly, but got that to do. But what I'm doing now, I'll give you a quick example. The Zyway will come out of that rubber boot. So what I'm doing myself, instead of buying a boot, I'm just gonna tape that drop tube right there for the liquids, what's gonna be in furrow, and avoiding buying another drop tube. And we're still gonna follow how the book says it is, or how the Zyway foam is supposed to go, per se, what it shows. I mean, no big deal, but yeah. Keep things simple. So yeah, they got to attach all that, do that. We got to run it, make sure it all works. But I guess the news I alluded to a while back on the previous video was there's part of the surprise. Let's see here. The surprise is, no, I did not buy it. It is a 5-year lease on this tractor. It's basically going to be tillage, what it's going to go for. And the news is my uncle is retiring. So he's still going to help farm, he says. But he's basically stepping out of being the money in it as well. He's retiring, still going to help me, but like he told me, he said, I'm getting out of the farming side. I don't want to be involved in it, the money side. He's going to keep 25 acres. I'm in the process of buying the other out right now. We're in the process of getting that started. Evening up machinery, buying the machinery. We're still in process of that, but so starting this crop year, it's basically going to be all mine with landlords and all that. So this was bought to replace the Bueller that he had. So this is going to replace the Bueller. He's going to run it along with the hired help I got, one or the other, however you want to say it, the Steiger, and all that. So this is the surprise, and that was the surprise news. So yeah. 5-year lease was done, 300 hours a year. Was not ready to buy anything at all. It did not fit my budget. Had some other questions. We still got a few unknowns right now that I don't know much on yet, for the most part. But this is a pretty good example. This will fit my need. I needed a tractor. Just a lot of unknowns. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I had to have a tractor, so we've got this done. I'm in the process now of looking for a tandem grain truck, so anybody can drive it. You can always find somebody to drive a tandem. A semi is just so darn hard to get somebody to drive. So yeah, so that's the big news. This has been acquired. So for 5 years, it's mine. 300 hours a year. Was looking at it really a 3-year lease, but really the 5-year lease was actually cheaper to do than the 3. So went with the 5. And per this deal, they will maintenance it. They are to basically, warranty will cover the repairs, how it was built out. They will change the oil for it. They will do all the service work. I will not touch it. It is all them do all the work. Looked at a Fendt. I was kind of interested in the Fendt a little bit, but I knew nothing about it. I'm going to go back inside. It's kind of cold out here. I'm going to put it up here shortly. I knew nothing about a Fendt, so that was kind of my unknown drawback. I mean, it did sound very, very lucrative. It was very, very lucrative deal. I was very interested. Case came back with this. Yeah, it's gonna be a good deal. It should do everything that 2290 did and more. Is kind of my hope, and thought it should do. But yeah, so I think it's going to be a good deal. It is wired up to run my bean planter, so the harness is in there to run my bean planter as well. If have to, want to, need to. Don't fully know all the fully plans for him. I know it'll be on the small cultivator most of the spring, or all the spring. Would like to maybe find a chance you get up and can work some ground down for beans. It's going to rain. You could take that off and go plant beans real quick. Go row some in, stale seed bed. The theory here is nice to think about that. It'd be nice to do that with. Will it happen? I don't know. It's hopeful, but it's wired up for it. Will it be on the grain cart a lot? I don't know. This probably coming year, no, because of not knowing how the hours will shake out with tillage and all that. Once I run a year, or I run this spring, and I did not track what the grain cart hours were for this tractor. I should have. I just kind of forgot to. But you put a lot of hours in a grain cart. Grain carting is a lot of hours, but you're saving a combine. So that's how you got to look at it. But you are putting a lot of hours on a combine. I probably won't this fall. I probably won't, just out of not necessity, but kind of keep it open. It'll be on a disc. It could be on a chisel plow too, but it'll be on a disc. If we'll have some wheat this fall, where I don't know yet. Maybe behind some corn stalks. If the corn is planted fairly decently early. I got one farm that's going to beans. I want to have wheat on probably, but do I want to have 16 acres of wheat? That's it? No. So it's probably going to be up in the air, toss up, unknown, not knowing exactly to a T. But yeah, probably the first year won't be on a grain cart, but it probably will be in time for the main tillage. It'll be on a grain cart for wheat. I do know that. Wheat, cleaning out grain bins. It'll be on the grain cart. I'll toss it on there and let this one set. I mean, I don't know how many hours you'd pick up sitting there like that. I mean, 10, maybe. I don't know exactly how many hours you'd pick up, but more than you think really with that, sitting there all the time. No, it's not running all the time, but yeah, you're going to get more than you think with that. But that's my update. So that's the new toy. Just did get here not 20 minutes ago. So that's my update. Hope you enjoy, and be more to follow here sooner. Later.